Hey, what is going on, Poké fans? Welcome to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at my Snorlax VMAX deck that I used at my league tournament last weekend. I managed to get first place with this Snorlax VMAX deck. I need to say that I didn't play and nobody played at that tournament from 15 players. Mill deck, just in case if you're gonna wonder why I didn't play Fion. The only thing that I find myself would be very useful that weekend was a Mimikyu, because I played against Mewtwo box deck. Having the Mimikyu would definitely benefit a lot in this build, but if they can find Stealthy Hood, then it doesn't matter too much. I played 4 games. First 2 games I played against Aggro and Rillaboom. I managed to win both of them. Reshiram managed to carry that game for me. Game number 2 was a little bit harder for me because in the game number 1 my opponent didn't play Weakness Guard Energies. In game number 2 the guy who played Aggro had actually 2 of them, and every time he managed to find those annoying Weakness Guard Energies. Still, Reshiram carried both of the games. Game number 3, I melted down ADP-zation. At least in the game number 1. Game number 2 was tough, but game number 3 I managed to win again. Game number 4, I know that in game number 5 I drew against Mewtwo Melamar Trevenant. And in the game number 4 I played against... What I played against in the game number 4, let me just see. Game number 4 was Pikazacrum, yeah, and I managed to win both of those games just by carrying out with the Snorlax VMAX and Super Scoop Ups. So the strategy of this deck is just to hit and scoop, and that's pretty much it. Hit and scoop is the way to go. Maybe even Outrage, and then just, Flare Strike if it's necessary, or Double Blaze with 3 energies for 200. Being able to hit for 200 turn 1 with a Double Blaze is very good, because you can one-hit knock out the Dedenne-GX, you can one-hit knock out something like a Cramorant, but it's very, very strong. Also, Snorlax VMAX in the match against ADP really needs Vitality Band, because you can go for 210 but you cannot go for 220, so fighting a space for Vitality Band could make this deck even stronger. I didn't even count of that because I knew that I'm gonna melt my opponent anyways with the Reshiram turn 1 with a Double Blaze and potentially turn 2 with the Flare Strike, and then later I could just carry out myself either way with the Snorlax or with the Cramorant with that Spit Shot. So let's move on from the left to the right. Speaking about Pokemon's Cramorant, we here for the Spit Shot against Dedenne, finishing blow for the 2 prize cards on the bench. 1 Oranguru with the Primate Wisdom, very good card, helped me a lot. 3 copies of Snorlax V and Snorlax VMAX, and then 1 Absol, 1 Reshiram, 1 Dedenne, 3 Jirachis, and 1 Mew. Potentially you can go down to 2 Snorlax VMAX. So running 3 copies of Snorlax V and 2 Snorlax VMAX can allow us to include 1 Fion, and then removing maybe Oranguru, we can find a space for that Fion, which might be very useful. Moving on to some other cards, I played 1 Great and 3 Pokemon Catchers for the Pokemon Surgeon setup, 4 Communications and 4 copies of Quick Ball. Additionally, I played 4 Super Scoop Ups and 4 copies of Switch with 2 Escape Boards. From Stadiums, I played 2 Giant Hearths and 1 Heat Factory. Additionally, I used also 4 Researches and 4 copies of Welder Energy cards, just 4 triple accelerations and 8 regular fire energy cards, and that is the deck list that I used, and that actually helped me to be first at that league tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Make sure to hit a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos if you already didn't. In today's video I'm gonna play 1 game showing you how this deck works in action, so you can have better view of this deck. For more videos, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. So see you in the game. Alright, so it's time for the battle. Let's see what type of the opening hand we can get here. Oof, 3 copies of Pokémon Catcher in the opening hand. Sometimes you just find yourself in a position where you need to play. Unfortunately, Jirachi and discard 3 catchers, and that hurts a lot. I didn't play Theo in my deck because I knew that I'm not gonna play against Meal deck, and that's the only reason why I didn't play Theo. Otherwise, I would definitely consider playing Theo just for the purpose of those type of the hands. Let's see what we can find with the Stellar Wish. Just another quick ball. Guess that quick ball is gonna be for another Jirachi. I have switch, so I can just use that Stellar Wish. Heat Factory. Alright, let's grab the Heat Factory for now. I'm wondering, is it worth to discard also 2 triple acceleration energy cards? Well, I guess I don't have another choice here. I really need to set up so badly. I know that by discarding 2 triple acceleration energies, I'm gonna be in a huge disadvantage against my opponent, and even versed. Oh my goodness, not even the energy card. You gotta be kidding me here right now. This is definitely not looking good. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's not the end of the world again. I lost 3 catchers. I still have only 1 Great Catcher. I do play against Malamar Mewtwo deck. There's also a Trevenant being in this deck as well. So plenty of downsides, but it's definitely not the end of the world. I mean, I can still have that Welder Great Catcher play for the hit against Mewtwo, but I'm definitely not going to target Mewtwo. Probably I'm just going to... Yeah, actually, I need in this case to target Mewtwo. No options for me to go for the Malamar. I already discarded 3 catchers, so it is how it is. The worst thing is that my opponent can sooner or later use that Miraculous Duo GX, heal all the damage. He might even strike me there with that Poltergeist, even Horror House GX, so he can buy a turn in order to set up, and that's pretty ugly. It's always tough to play against Mewtwo. The best way to play against Mewtwo is definitely to include 1 Mimikyu. So this deck needs only 2 cards. It needs Mimikyu and it needs Fion. And when you have those 2 cards, you can definitely have good matchup against any other matchups as well. Alright, so I'm gonna throw Viridian Forest. What I'm gonna discard with Viridian Forest, I'm thinking, let's go with that Communication for the Fire Energy, and then I'm gonna see if I can find something with a Stellar Wish, Super Scoop Up. Not gonna use that for now. Not gonna use that for now. What I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna put my... I can put 3 damage counters on the Mewtwo. And then I can swing for 210, and that's not enough. Or I can throw another Great Catcher. Well, for now, let it be something like this. I'm keeping that energy in my hand. I'm ready for another Stellar Wish. There's the Welder. Okay, so at least I can draw 3 extra cards with it. Yeah, I know I can swing for 300, but it's gonna cost me a lot of resources. And let's go with the energy on the Reshiram, another energy card. Alright, I cannot retreat, so all I can do is just pass my turn. Even if I could just outrage, that's it. That's the main focus here, to outrage and super scoop up onto the Snorlax VMAX. Right now I actually even give my opponent good opportunity to power up his Mewtwo a little bit more, and then to attack maybe even with the Ultra Necrozma GX. Well, that Mewtwo is a very broken deck. Really, it is. Okay, so right now he's down to 4 energies, so sooner or later that Photon Gazier will be one-hit knockout. 1, 2, 3. That is like 240. 240. It's a lot of damage. And Mysterious Surgeon might be even for, okay, it is for the Trevenant and Dusknoir. So that Trevenant and Dusknoir can also be used here heavily for the Pokémon GX, even Nightwatch, you know. Nightwatch is a very powerful attack here. It can just force me to lose all of my cards. I need definitely 4 more energies on the Reshiram for the Double Blaze and 300. So I need 1 more turn at least to power up that Reshiram without being hit by the Mewtwo and then Necrozma. So fighting another Welder for 2 energies and then maybe attacking with the Snorlax VMAX GMAX Fall with a triple acceleration energy would be the best possible option. But I'm very thick on the resource. Also, I only have 2 cards, but I have 2 Jirachis. Ooh, I managed to buy myself a third. That's the very important thing. Let's see. Stellar Wish for another Welder. Alright, now we're talking the... ooh, only 3 energies left. And, ooh, very, very limited with the resources. Let's go. Let's go with another Welder. We might get back from this, who knows. There is a 5th energy being available right now, so right now I need that Oranguru. Need it so badly. Primate Wisdom. Oof, just for another energy card. Alright, at this moment I'm going really all in here. If my opponent finds himself a couple more energies, actually only 1 more energy card and a Great Catcher, this Reshiram will be melted down by that Mewtwo and a Photo Gazier. And if that happens, I think I can just scoop the game and pass. Literally, that's gonna be it. But on the other side, if I can somehow retreat next turn, hit for the 300 this Mewtwo, and grab myself a triple price card reward, even if my opponent can return knock me out, that is just not going to be a big deal. Really, it's not going to be a big deal. Because the only thing I'm going to need is going to be a triple acceleration, so I can hit with the GMAX Fall. And probably after that I'm going to be struck by the Nightwatch, even Pokémon GX. There's the Mellow and Lana onto Jirachi, so only one thing is necessary here for my opponent. He have energy cards, so he just needs to find a Great Catcher. Finding a Great Catcher with a Stellar Wish is going to be a GG. Of course, there's the Mysterious Treasure for another Melamar, so he can thin his deck a little bit more, fighting himself another Melamar. At this moment, with 2 Mewtwo's and 3 Melamars, he's definitely the huge advantage. The Great Catcher is the way to go. If he can find a Great Catcher, then probably the game is going to be over. It also depends where he's going to go with the energy. Of course, on the Mewtwo with 3 energy cards. Right now, he have 4 of them. So Photo Gazier is definitely available for... Oh, even another Mewtwo is getting 2 energy cards. Stellar Wish. Hopefully Hopefully I can survive this turn. Alright, so one big thing that I also need in this build, but there's just not the space for it, it is a reset stamp. Reset stamping your opponent down to 2 and even down to 1 in some situations can definitely benefit. But again, my start was not the best. I couldn't find Welder. In the early stage of the game, I still played only 2 Welders. Oof, Mysterious Treasure, so it looks like I might be good. I wouldn't even be surprised to see my opponent just passing the turn here, literally. And I already waste all of the graded Pokemon catchers, so there's no way for me to catch something on his bench. Even if I can catch the Malamar, it's just not worth. Knowing that the top deck is a Snorlax, it feels kind of frustrating. But who knows, maybe my opponent decide to Venom Shot my Jirachi on the bench, or he might just decide to Night Watch me, or maybe Poltergeist. If I was my opponent, I would probably just decide to, you know, Venom Shot my Jirachi and going down to 2 price cards so I can potentially finish the game. But he just didn't do that. And let's go with the SWSHEnergy attachment. And we need switch card. So will I get that switch? Or super scoop up? I don't know. I have only 1 switch left. So maybe, but just maybe. Stellar Wish. I only see super scoop up. And it is a coin flip play, so let's see. A triple acceleration energy, even worse. I need heads on the coin flip. And it is a tails. You have to be kidding me here. So I could have that energy attachment to Jirachi, but then I wouldn't have retreat. And will my opponent hit me with the Poltergeist? Not worth, that's for sure. Poltergeist is not reliable here. Knowing that he might have switch, can allow my opponent to switch on Jirachi, Stellar Wish for potentially deadly Great Catcher. Still, if he have energy, he can Night Watch and discard my triple acceleration energy, but that doesn't matter because then I can promote my Jirachi in the front. Knowing that the top deck card will be a fire energy, at least I will have energy for a turn attachment. As long as he can't snipe the Dean on the bench, I'm good. So he just passed. Well, let's see. Absol. Alright, I'm definitely paying the retreat cost, not gonna risk. And I'm gonna hit my opponent with a double Blaze GX. I'm not going to throw out my Absol because I'm looking forward to put it on the bench. But I'm 2 switches, and he decided to pass. So literally he just realized that he made a mistake not attacking him. The biggest problem for my opponent here was the fact that he couldn't find himself. He unfortunately couldn't find himself a Great Catcher. I'm not quite sure how many catchers he played in his build, but that's the reason why he lost the game. He could just hit me with the Mewtwo, maybe with the Poltergeist, maybe with Ultra Necrozma, but then he would be forced to discard all of the energy cards, and then the Snorlax VMAX would came into play. But I was really limited by the resources. I only had like 2 fart energies and 2 triple acceleration energy cards left, so I'm not even sure if I would have enough for the win in that match. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, sub the channel for more videos. Let me know also in the comments below what you think about it. Definitely looking forward to test this deck a little bit more in the future, including also Fion and potentially even Mimikyu as well. if I decide to do that, I would probably just remove Oranguru, and maybe I would go down -1 research for that Mimikyu play as well. Hopefully, we're gonna see you again on my channel. Until the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.